is mythology so important? Why is mythology still so important in 2022? Well, our ancestors who crafted these stories and who told these stories, olden days is different. No internet, so very little distractions. So they had a lot of time to think. They had a lot of time to think about what's important in life. And I think what they found out was, what's important? You guys. You guys and girls. Future generations. The future generations, that they may live in a good way. To take care of that, not only of your children, but on your children's children, but to let it stretch out multiple generations. To impart the wisdom of the old generations into the coming new generations. I think that's what mythology is about. I even think it's about giving you the tools and giving you access to actually live in a good way and to create a good life. You know that saying, if you can believe, then you can achieve. Anything that you put your mind to, you can make a reality. I'm starting to sound pretty new agey and pretty The Secret-like now, and I don't mean it like that. Because, like, for instance, might be people watching right now who want like a good relationship, like a good girl or a good guy, and be happy with them, and you don't seem to be able to get that. You picked the wrong person. Why can't I get that? I believe that I can get it, but I still can't get it. Well, what is it to believe? Do you believe it? Do you believe it here, down here? Because you have such a thing as your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is big. And if you think, I want something good, but deep down you're very comfortable with something bad, you actually might prefer something bad. That's what you're gonna get. And I think mythology is a way to get your subconscious mind on board, to create good results. Because you can tell you're deep down in yourself that you're like worthy of love and money and all that shit. But it probably won't accept it. So how do you reach it? You reach it by symbols. Like the one, like Mjolnir here behind me. You can't see it properly, but it's some Mjolnir. Goes up. Stuff like that. Simple shit that reaches your subconscious mind. I believe that magic is a part of paganism. I really do. It always has been. And sometimes I think magic is just, that's when you change yourself. But not up here. That's when you change your subconscious, where something clicks and it just, and everything is different. Because sometimes it feels like that part of you is connected to everything else, or everything else is connected to you. And if you somehow reach that gut, that deep seated feelings, you can change your world. Now, what I meant by our ancestors wanted us to live in a good way. People thinking like, why am I still not rich and driving Ferraris and wearing Rolexes? Is that a good way? Might look good though. Looks good on Instagram, doesn't it? But I don't think that's what our ancestors meant by good. I think to walk in a good way is like when you're at your high and you're doing really well, You don't lose yourself in that. And when you're doing really bad, don't lose yourself in that. Do not get carried away by the ebb and flow of life. Because I keep saying this in this channel, that life is a circle and everything in nature tries to become full circle. And mythology is just descriptions of circles and cycles and these cycles of life. And because you understand that after darkness comes light, you know, maybe one of the reasons that light follows darkness is because we all believe it. This is part of our mythology. Good triumphs over evil. Maybe because we believe it, and we believe it like deep down. Maybe that's why the world is the way it is. So you can find amazing tools in mythology, Norse mythology, probably even more Celtic mythology. Even in Lord of the Rings, like it's archetype galore when you watch these movies, you know? And when you recognize yourself, somehow your subconscious recognizes that that's your path. Like Frodo in Lord of the Rings, you know, he has to carry that ring. I think we all can relate to that stuff. You have to carry something. You don't want to carry that burden, but you have to. Not only that, you can't throw it away because it's your burden. You can't fight with it because then you'll lose yourself in that fight. The only thing you can do is to carry that burden to the center of all being. And if you carry that long enough, and if you carry that to where it came from, you know, life will be great once more. So that's why I believe mythology is insanely important, because it allows you to hack the matrix. It allows you to see the world within a mythological and magical framework in which you are a part. It allows you to write your own mythology. It allows you to walk in a good way. And I believe that that's the gift. That's the gift of our ancestors. And I believe in understanding these myths, in telling these myths, but more importantly in living these myths, we are honoring our ancestors. So, that's all for this week's video. Keep living your life and keep living and making your own mythology. I'll see you next time. Bye.